Hello everyone. Welcome to today's video where we'll be exploring 10 fascinating facts about Mercury, the smallest and innermost planet of our solar system. Before we dive into these intriguing details, I have my usual 3 requests. 1. Please give this video a like if you enjoy learning about space. 2. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss upcoming cosmic or scientific topics. And 3. Share this video with friends who might be just as curious about Mercury and the wonders of our universe. Ready? Let's take off and discover why Mercury is far more interesting than we might assume at first glance. 1. Closest planet to the Sun. But not always the hottest, at first thought. One might assume that Mercury, being the closest planet to the Sun, is automatically the hottest planet. Surprisingly, that's not the case. Sure, Mercury's day side can heat up to around 430 degrees Celsius, 800 degrees Fahrenheit. However, the planet lacks a substantial atmosphere to retain or distribute heat around its surface. As a result, the temperature on Mercury's night side can drop as low as minus 180 degrees Celsius, minus 290 degrees Fahrenheit, giving Mercury one of the largest temperature ranges in the solar system. Meanwhile, Venus, the second planet from the Sun, has a dense atmosphere with a potent greenhouse effect, leading to even higher average temperatures, typically over 460 degrees Celsius, 860 degrees Fahrenheit, making Venus the actual hottest planet. So Mercury, for all its proximity to the Sun, experiences these extreme day-to-night contrasts in temperature. 2. A quick orbit but a slow spin. Mercury whips around the Sun in just 88 Earth days, the shortest orbital period of any planet. That means a year on Mercury is only 88 days long. However, Mercury's rotation on its axis is relatively slow. The planet is locked in a 3-2 spin-orbit resonance. In other words, Mercury completes 3 rotations on its axis for every 2 orbits around the Sun. Consequently, a single solar day, the time from one sunrise to the next at the same point on Mercury's surface, lasts about 176 Earth days. This bizarre relationship means an observer on Mercury would have to wait an extremely long time for the Sun to reappear after it sets. 3. Essentially no real atmosphere, just a thin exosphere. Mercury has practically no traditional atmosphere like Earth or even Mars. Instead, it possesses an extremely thin exosphere composed mainly of sodium, potassium, oxygen, and trace elements. These atoms are knocked off Mercury's surface by solar radiation and micrometeorite impacts. Because Mercury can't trap heat without a meaningful atmosphere, the daytime side becomes scorching hot under direct sunlight, while the night side plunges to extreme cold once sunlight disappears. Additionally, the surface is heavily cratered, given the lack of atmospheric shielding from incoming meteoroids. 4. A lunar-like surface but with its own features. If you look at images of Mercury, you might notice a moon-like appearance. It's covered in craters from countless impacts over billions of years. One of the most striking features is the Caloris Basin, an enormous impact crater roughly 1,500 kilometers, 930 miles across, formed by a colossal collision eons ago. Within these craters, scientists have discovered evidence of volcanic lava flows that once smoothed certain areas, forming so-called smooth plains. These plains are reminiscent of the maria, or seas, found on our moon. Thus, Mercury's surface combines cratered landscapes with regions that were presumably shaped by volcanic activity in the planet's distant past. 5. Surprising discovery of ice near the poles. It sounds almost contradictory that a planet so close to the Sun could harbor ice. But Mercury has permanently shadowed craters at its poles, where sunlight never reaches. Within these zones, the temperature can remain extremely low, well below minus 170 degrees Celsius, or minus 274 degrees Fahrenheit, allowing any water molecules, possibly delivered by comets or other celestial impacts, to freeze and remain stable. NASA's Messenger spacecraft confirmed the presence of such frozen water in the polar craters, revealing that even a planet that bakes during the day can hide chilly oases of ice in its eternal shadows. 6. Magnetic field. Reminiscent of Earth's, yet weaker. Out of the 4 terrestrial rocky planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, only Earth and Mercury possess a global magnetic field. Mercury's is weaker, roughly 1% the strength of Earth's, but it's definitely there. Scientists suspect that Mercury's core is quite large and still partially molten, generating a dynamo effect akin to Earth's. This magnetic field interacts with the solar wind, forming a small magnetosphere around the planet. Some minimal aurora-like phenomena could theoretically occur, though Mercury's exosphere is too thin to create bright displays akin to Earth's northern or southern lights. 7. Historical and current spacecraft visits. For a long time, Mercury was relatively understudied, in part because it's difficult to observe from Earth, being close to the sun's glare, and also because sending missions to Mercury requires significant fuel and complex orbits. A few missions have, however, given us profound insights. 1. Mariner 10, NASA, flew by Mercury 3 times in 1974-75, mapping about 45% of its surface. 2. Messenger, NASA, entered orbit around Mercury in 2011 and studied it until 2015, thoroughly mapping its surface, detecting ice at the poles, studying its magnetic field, and unveiling countless geological details. 3. Bepi Colombo, ESA, JAXA, launched in 2018, scheduled to orbit Mercury in 2025. 3. This joint European-Japanese mission aims to deepen our understanding of Mercury's internal structure, surface composition, and environment, further building on Messenger's legacy. 8. Spin-orbit resonance of 3. 2. As noted, Mercury's spin-orbit resonance is a 3-2 pattern. For every 2 Mercury orbits around the Sun, the planet makes 3 rotations on its axis. This complicates how day and night cycles work. 1 Mercury year equals 88 Earth days. 2. 1 full day-night cycle, sunrise to sunrise, on Mercury, equals about 176 Earth days. This resonates from gravitational interactions in Mercury's early life. Interestingly, older hypotheses suggested Mercury might always show the same face to the Sun, like our Moon does to Earth, but observation proved that to be false. 9. Nearly zero axial tilt, so no seasons. Earth's seasons arise mainly from our planet's 23.5 degrees tilt. Mercury's axis, by contrast, is practically not tilted. It's close to zero, around 0.034 degrees. That means Mercury experiences no real seasons in the sense we know them. At Mercury's poles, some crater floors never see sunlight, leading to the presence of permanently shadowed regions. Meanwhile, other latitudes simply bake when it's daytime and freeze when it's nighttime, with no seasonal shift. 10. The planet is slowly shrinking. One of Messenger's surprising findings is that Mercury is undergoing global contraction. Over time, as Mercury's large, iron-rich core cools, it causes the planet to shrink slightly. Evidence for this are lobate scarps, basically large cliff-like structures, that appear to have formed due to this contraction, compressing the crust. Similar shrinkage phenomena exist on other bodies. The Moon shows small-scale fault scarps, but Mercury's case is pronounced, indicating that even a seemingly dead planet can still experience slow geophysical changes well after its formation. Conclusion: a small planet with big mysteries, these 10 facts show just how astonishing Mercury is. Despite being the smallest major planet in the solar system, lacking a substantial atmosphere and orbiting so close to the Sun, it boasts dynamic features. 1. Extreme temperature swings. 2. Volcanic plains. 3. Actual ice within permanently shadowed craters. 4. A global but weaker magnetic field. 5. A bizarre spin-orbit resonance. Far from being a boring, burnt-out rock, Mercury stands as a cornerstone of comparative planetology, helping scientists grasp how terrestrial planets evolve. Ongoing missions like Bepi Colombo promise to deepen our knowledge and possibly reveal even more mind-boggling facts about this remarkable world. If you learned something new today, remember to 1. Hit the like button. 2. Subscribe to this channel for more cosmic and scientific insights. 3. Share this video with friends who love astronomy or want to expand their universe knowledge. What do you personally find most fascinating about Mercury? Is it the day-night temperature contrast, the hidden ice, or the mysterious tectonic shrinking? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time for another exciting journey through our cosmos.